Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Yesterday was a nice day. We had the Houston Rockets first quarter, first half, whole game. Cashed all three of those, so we're off to a good rebound, bouncing back, as they say. So we got a lot of good games to talk about today. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. First game is the Boston Celtics at the Charlotte Hornets. This is the first of a back-to-back. Both teams play each other again on Saturday. So it doesn't always, I mean, it does happen in the NBA. It doesn't always happen, but this situation is kind of interesting. Sorry guys, I always try to think of that the superior team, like the Celtics, will come out in that first game and try to set the tone and get that win initially. And then maybe the next game will be kind of a letdown spot. So it is a little interesting. Boston just lost to the Pacers, so I'm kind of leaning Boston the first quarter, first half. But Brandon Miller looks like he's going to come back, so I think be patient on this one. I think the line value will go down a little bit, not a lot. I mean, because it's the Celtics. But sorry guys, I'm a little out of breath. But Grant Williams, he used to play for the Celtics 2 seasons ago. I think he's still a little salty over it. So who knows? He plays for the Hornets, so that's another angle to kind of look into. But at plus 10.5, I really I don't know, guys. I have a weird feeling. I kind of like the over in this game, but also I kind of like the Hornets plus 10.5 a little bit. Um, excuse me. Sorry, guys. It's kind of hard to trust them for sure, but I don't know. I just kind of have a sneaky feeling about it, especially with Brandon Miller coming back. But that over 232, the Hornets aren't going to stop anybody, and the Celtics might take them lightly. But I'm probably not going to get there with that over. I think tomorrow would be the overplay where both teams are like, you know, probably not taking this game as serious as tonight. I think today might be a little more defense. So that's my thoughts on the Celtics and the Hornets. And then if you want to know what my official plays are, I release them at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. So just follow me at Twitter at Easy Money Wins for all of my official plays. That's where I track all my bets. I'm very transparent, have my record and my units won or lost in my bio. So it's all there. I don't hide anything. It's all there for you guys to see. All right, let's keep it going. We've got the New York Knicks at the Detroit Pistons, and I really like this game, guys. Both teams, I believe, are not off back-to-backs, meaning they didn't play yesterday and they don't play tomorrow. Pretty positive on that. I just so Cat's questionable with the left wrist, so be patient if you like Detroit. Once Cat's ruled in, because I think he'll be ruled in. Hopefully he's ruled in because honestly, I want the line to go up because I want to take the Pistons. Pistons plus 7. I mean, I've kind of spoken on this on my other podcast, guys. The Pistons plus points, like they're gonna be they're not gonna be valued well all year. Well, I mean they are gonna be valued well is what I mean, but they're not gonna be respected all year. So there's gonna be plenty of betting opportunities with the Pistons, and with them as underdogs, like they're gonna be like the Orlando Magic of the last 2 seasons. The Magic were undervalued commodity, and I just made a lot of money with them, and it's gonna be the same with the Pistons this year, guys. This I'm telling you, with Bickerstaff as the new head coach and his leadership, they're trending in the right direction for sure. And they have a good mix of shooters, veterans, and young talent there. Like it's a perfect combination to win a lot of money in betting. So tonight I will be on the Pistons, even if it only stays at plus 6.5. I will be on the Pistons. I There's just too much value there. They're feisty. Like hopefully they can respond well off of a win, but they haven't even gotten a home win. And again, I think Bickerstaff really rallies this team. The Knicks got a much needed win too in Miami, so I don't know if they're going to be as super focused either. So I can only look Pistons right there, and the total is at 217.5. Um, I think I lean under there, but I don't have a good feel on that over under, so I'll leave that alone. All right, next game is the Sacramento Kings at the Atlanta Hawks. And the Hawks are just really injured, guys. They don't have DeAndre Hunter, I believe. And who else don't they have? I think Dyson Daniels is he playing today too? I'm not sure, guys. I have to look at the injury report, but I'm pretty sure the Hawks are pretty banged up today. I haven't had a chance to look at the injury report today for them, but the Kings. This is the first of a back to back. They play at Toronto Saturday, and no one's respecting Toronto, so I don't think the Kings are looking ahead. And then the Kings are also like what 2-3 on the season. Like they need to get wins. They know that they are in the Western Conference. They know that they need to keep pace. They need to get wins. So I really don't think the Kings take this game lightly at all. And they've also had the past 2 days off. So even though they play tomorrow in Toronto, they have had the last 2 days off. So I feel pretty good about the Kings tonight. And I think I'm going to get there with them. Even though I do respect Atlanta at home, I do. But the Hawks have kind of shown what they are. They're just not a serious team. They're just not. Like I know they've had a lot of guys injured recently, but they don't close out games well. Quinn Snyder, like I'm not a believer of him, and the defense they always let teams in the game, and then with points at home that's a different story. So that's why I'm like maybe I'm a little hesitant, but definitely Kings first quarter, first half. I definitely lean that way, and I'm probably gonna get there with it. So we'll see. Atlanta's off tomorrow. They do have New Orleans on Sunday and then Boston at home on Monday. So yeah. And Atlanta is on a 3 game losing streak, but again, I don't think they have the mental makeup to like really respond and bounce back after 2 straight losses to the Wizards. So I think the Kings just outclass them here. Hopefully they can cover that full game spread if you can take them full game. Because that +6, that is a little steep, I'm not gonna lie. But first quarter, first half on the Kings, I do like that. I think they show up. I think they go get after it. All right. The over under. Oh yeah, the over under in this game. I just got to make sure the Hawks have enough scoring there because the Kings can play. If I believe last year, the Kings on the road were actually an under team. If I remember correctly, I have to look into that again. So even though it's 236.5, like it's a really high total, I don't necessarily trust that because I could see the Hawks not scoring a lot here. The only thing with betting Hawks games under is that the Hawks play absolutely no defense. So, I mean, the Kings could score like 130 here, and then you would just need the Hawks to get to 107. Like that could happen. That could happen in this game. So, I mean, it'd be tough to bet this game under. I'll do a little digging into it. I mean, maybe another way to play it is just Kings team total over. I did that last week when they played somebody at home. I believe it was at home, and that cashed relatively easily, a little bit of a sweat, but that might be the way to look here also for the Kings. Like I might get there with the Kings team total over because guys, the Hawks are not going to play a lick of defense tonight. Again, they never do. So Kings team total over, that looks like a really good bet. I think I'm going to bet that actually. All right, let's go to the next game. Next game is Lakers at Toronto. Lakers are off 2 straight losses to the Suns and Cleveland, the Cavaliers the other night. And this is the first of uh, back to back for the Raptors. As I just said, they're going to host the Atlanta, no, sorry, the Sacramento Kings tomorrow, and then Monday they start a West Coast road trip. Obviously, Toronto they don't play any defense. Los Angeles looks healthy. D'Angelo Russell looks like he's going to play. Anthony Davis says he has no plans to sit out despite his hip getting jammed. No back to back for the Lakers. So this is a focus spot for the Lakers, and I can only look at them first quarter, first half. It's just Toronto's been feisty, and I know teams aren't taking Toronto seriously, so it's kind of hard to love the Lakers with this point spread range, like -9. So like they might just take them lightly and just do enough. But again, JJ Redick's the new head coach. This isn't Darvin Ham, so hopefully there's a little more focus and intensity and like understanding that like, hey, we need to go out there and take care of business. And I'm probably gonna take a flyer on that tonight, guys. I'll probably take a flyer on the Lakers to come out focused in the first quarter, first half. And I might even take them full game at -9. Toronto, still Emmanuel Quickly is doubtful. Scotty Barnes is still out, but Grady Dick, R.J. Barrett, Pirtle, Jakob Pertl, and then Obagi and Boucher. Like there's some guys there that play hard and know how to play in the NBA. So I am I'm a little hesitant full game there, but I do lean it. Well, again, just like the Kings at the Hawks, Might just want to take the Lakers team total over, guys. That might be the best way to go here. Lakers team total over. I mean, it's probably gonna be like 120 or something like that, but I still think it cashes. So that's I might get there with that as well. I might get there. I might get there with that. Over under is 232 and a half. So I actually don't think that's too bad. I think that's playable over. Um, yeah, that's my thought on that, guys. All right, that's my thought on the Lakers and the Raptors. Let's go to the Bulls and the Nets. Lines minus 1.5 for the Nets. And this is the start of a 3 game homestand for Brooklyn. Everyone's healthy. They're off 3 really good games where they won 2 of them. They don't have a back to back tomorrow. And yeah, Bulls are off 2 come from behind wins where they really should have lost both of those games against Memphis and Orlando. They do not have a back to back either, and they're off 2 days. They're at home Monday against Utah. Lonzo Ball's out 10 days with, gosh, I forget what his injury was, guys. But Levine's questionable with right shoulder. So if you like the Nets, you might want to wait till Levine's ruled in. I do like the Nets. I believe I'm going to be on the Nets. I don't think them winning and playing hard these last 3 games is a fluke. I think it's legit. And so I will be on the Nets. I'm just waiting for the line value there. And let's see, the over under is at 226 and a half. And I don't know. Right now, these games are kind of going over. I can only look over for these games right now, guys. So I'm going to take my time, and I am probably going to get to the over there. All right, let me keep going, guys. I got 3 games left. My laptop looks like it's about to die, and I'm in my car, so I'm trying to get through this thing. All right, Indiana at New Orleans. Indiana is off Saturday and Sunday. They're off a nice overtime win against Boston. Uh, but only 2-3. Yeah, they're only 2-3 in the season. Miles Turner's questionable with an ankle. Nimhard is going to be out for a while. Pels are on a 4 game homestand to starting tonight and a 3 game losing streak. The only thing is that McCollum's out, Herb Jones is out, Hawkins and Daniel Tice is questionable. Eva's their first round big is questionable. Indiana's uh, kind of healthy. It's it's like I want to bet Indiana, but I know New Orleans is gonna come out really strong. I might take New Orleans first quarter, first half here, guys. I think I'm gonna do that. I know New Orleans at home off 3 games losses. They're gonna come out and play freaking hard. I know they are, and I don't think Indiana's gonna match that intensity off of their performance. I think I'm gonna get there with New Orleans, guys. I actually really like. I think they have enough there with Alvarado and Ingram and Zion Williamson, and hopefully one of those bigs play. But I feel pretty good about them covering that first quarter, first half, and full game plus 4.5. I think the Pelicans is the way to go, guys. I don't trust. Just like the Mavericks last night, they didn't handle their big win against Minnesota well, and they lost outright and was like down 20 against the Rockets. I think the same situation applies here, guys. The Pacers off a really big win. They're not a team that's like mentally focused all the time. Pelicans are going to be freaking ready to go. They're going to be ready to go tonight. So I can only look Pelicans. All right. The over under for that game is what? 232 and a half. I lean under because I don't think the Pacers are going to take that game very seriously. So sloppy play from them. And then I think the Pelicans are going to play really good defense. And then also the Pelicans don't have a lot of great shooters right now. So I lean under 232 and a half. I might get there as well with that under. Okay, next game. Nuggets at the Timberwolves. Line's minus 4.5, -4. It's a tough game. I think I'm going to lay off this game. No, because Minnesota's off that loss to Dallas, but Denver has been underachieving. Both teams are 2-2. This is the first of a back to back. They're at San Antonio Saturday. The Timberwolves are. Everyone's healthy though, and they're at home off a bad loss. Denver's off 2 overtime wins, come from behind in both of them. I mean, they haven't looked good, guys, but this is also Denver's revenge game where they lost to Minnesota in Game 7 last year. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm going to think about that one. I'm going to think about that one. I lean Minnesota, but I don't know if I'm going to get there with it. Everyone's healthy pretty much on both teams. So, and this is also first of a back to back. So both teams are on the first of a back to back. Denver's at home against Utah tomorrow on Saturday. So that's a good game, guys. That's a good game. I don't know about that one. All right. the over under for that game is 219. Can only lean under in the Nuggets games right now. I know they've had two, but those were against two teams they didn't take seriously, and I don't know. I lean under. There's gonna be some defensive intensity in this one, and I do lean under. So, all right, last game before my laptop dies, guys. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Portland Trailblazers. Line is plus 11.5. I can only look the Trailblazers here, but the only thing is that um the Blazers are on a like spot where they go on a 4 game road trip and they leave tonight after the game. So like when that happens, I feel like it's a little distracting. Like they're thinking of the road trip and not necessarily focusing on tonight's game because they know they're leaving and they're gone. They play and then they're gone. Like usually this spot where I like they call it the kiss the wives and babies goodbye spot, where it's like you're playing, you're at home, and then boom, you leave immediately after the game because they play tomorrow. They play tomorrow at the Clippers. So oh no, sorry. OKC plays tomorrow at the Clippers. Portland plays at Phoenix Saturday. So this is the first back to back for everybody. And I don't know, guys. I don't love this spot for the Blazers, even though I like that plus 11.5 at home. I really do. But that and also Draymond Green called out the Thunder for their post game celebration. So and I know OKC is kind of like a chip on their shoulder as well. So they might just come out here and blow them out, guys. I'm probably gonna stay off that game too. So yeah, I'm gonna stay off that game most likely. Total is 221. Man, it's hard to bet Thunder games under, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'll probably stay off that under. I'll probably stay off that. But but yeah, that's the podcast, guys. Thanks for listening. I had a really busy day today, and I'm still busy, so I just want to get this out. So the podcast is a little bit longer than this. Usually, I give more thoughts on each game, but again, my laptop's about to die, and I got a busy personal day as well. So follow me on Twitter, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Show some love. I'm doing this for free, so I appreciate you guys. I really do. Talk to me on Twitter. I like that stuff. I love the banter. And yeah, let's make some money today, guys. Let's cash some tickets. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm doing this every day, guys. See you tomorrow.